Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cape Time, and we are here to discuss the recent DC Fandome event. And I had a lot of fun overall, man. I mean, we were just talking about it, and we got some pretty cool content, specifically in the form of the Batman trailer, which is what everybody was waiting for. But there's a couple other things we're definitely going to talk about because we got a little tease from Black Adam, The Flash. Pretty cool stuff. How you doing, Tom?
The hierarchy of the DC universe is about to change.
I gotta say, I am so happy for The Rock
He has been
because he's wanted this forever, and
he
I'm
has been
honestly
working
genuinely
on
happy
that.
for him.
He has been working on that for he's been cast as Black Adam since before the first Iron Man came out.
It's
So
fucking insane, honestly.
yeah, I mean funny enough, if Christopher Nolan wanted to do a connected universe, Black Adam could have been part of the Christopher Nolan Batman universe and that version of the DC universe, and it's pretty wild. It's been what I think he was cast in 2007, so it's got to be I think 14 years now. So congratulations, they finished filming the movie. So now we just wait. Honestly, they're doing post production, and good cast as well. You can't go wrong with the little Pierce Brosnan. So I'm excited for the movie, and I'm a big fan of the first Shazam movie, and definitely seems like they're gonna connect those at some point and do a
Yeah,
crossover.
of course, yeah. I
So
mean,
yeah,
the cast looks really fun, honestly. I like the group of characters they got going on. Like you said, Pierce Bronson as Doctor Fate is top tier casting. I mean, that's
yep,
fucking awesome, and I'm just excited because this is a film that is going to be very serious in tone. I think overall, like this is going to be a very serious movie that's going to be diving deep into this mythology and creating this unique and ancient looking world in a lot of ways. Just what we've seen based on what we've seen from the artwork we've seen from last year and this year. So I'm really excited for that movie. Honestly, I think it's going to be really sick, and I'm excited to see what The Rock can do because my friend was talking about this too, and I didn't even think about this. The Rock is like such a likable actor and such a likable person, and he has to play a villain in this movie. Like he's going to be in a villain role, which is going to be very interesting because he's so the opposite of a villain.
it's complicated. Obviously, the movie's about him, so there has to be some redeeming
Well, I mean,
factors.
he's the protagonist of this story, but he's
Yeah,
not going to be like a good guy, obviously.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a gray area there.
yeah. It's like half anti-hero that's probably going to eventually, obviously, diverge into just straight up villain by the time we get to Shazam, I would assume.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that would be a really fun ending for the movie. Would be to have him go towards villainy instead of heroism.
Well, I think that's kind of what you got to do because
Yeah,
how else would it work?
yeah, because I mean the traditional kind of way they do anti-hero stories these days is he goes towards heroism, the protagonist, and it's like, yeah, obviously like Batman should do that. Obviously Deadpool does that, but it'd be pretty hilarious if we get a movie where it's like the complete opposite, where it's like, nah, I'm going down this dark path instead, and it's like, yeah, that's something new. Haven't seen that in a movie. I don't think
No, that would be
in a
definitely
comic book movie, I
oh,
should say.
that would be out there for a comic book movie, man. That would be really unique and fun, and just the teaser, you can see the brutality, man. I mean, he just disintegrates the soldier he picks up. His skull just rolls across the freaking ground and disintegrates. It's like holy shit! Like this movie is gonna be dark, and it shows you just how powerful he is. Like this is gonna be an unstoppable force, and I have he's gonna fucking rip Zachary Levi's head off. Let's just be honest about it.
Yeah, and hopefully one day they can get Henry Cavill back and do a Black Adam versus Superman kind of thing. But
I hope so, man. I mean, DC is so up and down for me. They really
yeah,
are.
they really got to get certain things figured out, man.
Like,
Uh,
I understand that they're trying to build up this new universe and moving on from the Snyderverse to an extent, but like
mhm.
you can't just move on from every character outside of like a couple like Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Like you can't just ignore
And Flash.
Cavill, especially. Yeah, and the Flash. But you can't ignore Henry Cavill. That's Superman.
Yeah, they.
That's fucking Superman.
I'm glad that in Shazam they showed that it's clearly Cavill, Superman, and all that. Even though they couldn't show his face because they had scheduling issues, I think it was. Uh,
Yeah, I believe it was.
so like Henry wants to play Superman, and you gave Ezra Miller a second chance, and you Momoa is still doing his thing, and Gal Gadot is
Yep.
still doing her thing. I don't understand. Like, if you can fit it into Henry's schedule, you should be able to. You should do it. You should do another Superman movie. You should
Yeah.
try and make a. You don't. You could even like kind of soft reboot it if you want.
And I
Like you don't.
fully like. I don't even think. But why soft reboot though? Because you have Man of Steel already. Like continue off of
No,
that
I
story.
mean like if you don't like if you're the head of Warner Brothers and you don't want to do another dark kind of Superman movie and you want
Oh,
to
you
do
can change the
something,
tone.
yeah, like if
Yeah.
you want to do a more traditional Superman movie, uh, then like Henry is fully capable of doing that, and in fact, that's kind of what he wanted to do. Honestly, like he loves Zach, obviously, but like every Superman actor wants to do the traditional Superman things. So yeah, I mean that's what I would do. That would be one of the first things that I would do if I were like in charge of that. It'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, give him a movie. Why not?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that, and he deserves it. He's worked really hard in this role, and after seeing him in Snyder Cut, especially, I just really wanted more. I mean, I want to see because Man of Steel, I always tell people this. I always get shit. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I never disliked Henry at all, and especially after Snyder Cut, I bought into him by the end of that movie, and I'm saying to myself, I would love to see more of him. I hope we do, and we're gonna get
Yeah,
that
I'm
eventually. I
my
hope.
my problem with like Henry and like those movies is that he doesn't really do much.
Well,
Like,
Man of Steel, he does a lot, but
yeah, no, but like there's something like I don't like how certain like it's kind of weird. It's not him though. It's
no,
like
no, he's fine.
whenever he has to do something that's charming and cool, he's great. Like the scene in the when they're being interrogated and he goes, "It's not an S. On my world, it means hope." You know, he checks all of the Superman boxes. He's very Superman-esque, and he's done great work outside of Superman. The Man from Uncle movie that I did, he was like the best part in that movie. And he does a lot of cool work. He's doing good work with the Witcher series. So yeah, and like if you let him be more, it doesn't have to be Christopher Reeve Superman. Obviously, you can, maybe like make him like Superman the animated series Superman, where he's got a little bit of an edge to him, but he's still very much big blue Boy Scout.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
yeah,
No, I think
that's
that
what
would
I
be
want.
great. That would be great for the character. I've always liked the lighter tone in Superman. I'm open-minded to some of the darker stuff, of course, and in
Yeah,
Man of
not
Steel,
everything has to be
yeah,
light.
of course. And in Man of Steel, it was just primarily dark, which is fine, I suppose. It's not for me personally, but I get why people like it. I like more of what we've had before, and obviously the Reeves version, 78. I'm a big fan of Superman 1 and 2. And that's just the way I've always liked it. And I like exploring Clark Kent more than Superman, honestly, because that's what makes Superman more compelling when you go deeper into who Clark is for me and go into his family life. But Man of Steel doesn't really do a ton of that to me at least. It doesn't do enough for Clark. It does a lot more for Superman himself, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I don't want to dive too far into Man of Steel because otherwise it's going to become a Man of Steel review.
Yeah. Well, we'll table this for another discussion. All we can
Yes,
say is we want to see more from Henry. So
and I
bring
will
him
say
back,
this.
DC.
Yeah, yeah. I want to segue here actually because this is a good time. I
Segue.
would also like to see more of Ben Affleck, who's going to be in The Flash, and we did just get word he is going to wear the cowl in the movie, and I'm interested. I'm very interested to see what he does in this movie. Like, I'm very interested. As of now, though, I'm 95% sure he's gonna die. Like, that's kind of where my head's at.
He's either gonna die, he's either gonna get erased from existence, or he's either gonna
Yeah,
merge with Keaton in a way.
yeah, I definitely think it's clear that they're setting up Keaton. I hate to say it, because originally I heard they weren't gonna do, but now I'm starting to hear from a couple people they might, where Keaton really is gonna be like, worlds are probably gonna merge, and he's gonna be the Batman of the DCEU by default. And it's like, like, I love Keaton, and I really enjoy him as an actor. I enjoy seeing him back as Batman, obviously, in The Flash. I think that's going to be freaking awesome. But with that said, I want my young Batman kicking ass in the form of Ben Affleck, or fuck, I don't fucking care. Fine, I got Pattinson now too, but like, I want to see my Batman interact with the rest of the world in the Justice League, and that's what Affleck was for.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's gonna be very interesting to see because uh, if Ben wants to come back one day, like you could figure it out. You could have Flash fuck up time again or something. Uh, you get what I'm saying. So it's just that, does Ben want to keep doing it? And it's like, I don't think at this point he does. But maybe when they're building up like kind of a crisis event, because I think
Which they
that's kind
are,
of what.
which they are doing seemingly.
Yeah,
Like, it seems like they're
like
building towards something like that.
you could bring him back. You could still have Keaton be the main guy if you want, and
My
then
only thing is, man, like, I've heard a couple people say this, and it's so true. It depends when they get to it, obviously, but like, as of now, the thought of Crisis feels so unearned. Like, it really does.
oh yeah, you gotta
Like,
wait a while.
like, like, you're supposed to really establish this universe, let alone before you explore
Yeah,
other
they're
ones in the
changing this
Crisis.
universe.
Like, this whole universe is in fucking free fall right now. Like, I mean, it's just, I don't even know who's gonna be part of it moving forward. And like, obviously the Flash is gonna play a part in clearing that up, I'm assuming. But like, you're gonna need a decent amount of movies after the Flash to really build up an arc that I give a shit about. Because right now I don't. Because a lot of these movies feel not interconnected anymore, and like, that's not a bad thing necessarily. But if you're gonna do Crisis on Infinite Earths or something along those lines, you really need to, you got to slowly start integrating this stuff back together a bit. Like,
Yeah,
that's how I feel, at least. You can't just keep it totally disconnected and then jump into Crisis. Like, that's just not how you do things.
yeah. This is a universe where uh freaking we don't we currently don't know who Batman is, and like we don't know if Superman's coming back.
I mean, we have
So,
three different Batmen, and we have fucking what? There's a chance for like three Supermen coming up over the next few years, quite literally.
uh-huh. And
Like,
like don't
that's
forget like the
wild. And
TV
like, I was
versions and
telling my
stuff.
friend, like, he's like, he watches Marvel with me. He watches all the Marvel movies. He's like a light follower of DC, but not really much. And like, I was watching the Flash teaser with my other friend who's more into DC, and he was, as a casual, it was interesting to see how he was reacting to the Flash teaser, and he was just like, the only thing he really saw was like a couple movies and the Snyder cut, and he was watching the Flash teaser. He's like, wait, that Batman at the end isn't Ben Affleck? I'm like, no, that's no, he thought it was Robert Pattinson at first because I showed him the Batman trailer earlier. He's like, wait, that's not Pattinson? No, it's Michael Keaton. Wait, but don't we have Pattinson and Affleck already? Yeah, and Affleck's in this movie too, and we have Michael Keaton. He's like, wait. what? And like his head just started to hurt. Like he's just confused. And I'm like, casual fans are honestly gonna be confused. And like that was just like a showing in my head of like, yeah, dude, this is a mess. Like only like real DC fans are gonna know what's going on. If you go to casuals, they are gonna be so fucking confused.
Yeah, I mean, nobody seems to have that problem with Spider-Man No Way Home though. So
Well, the
like,
thing with No Way Home also is you've literally been setting up this multiverse arc for a while now. And beyond that, it's also a movie that's totally focused. You're not taking people out. Like, we literally just we might be taking Ben Affleck out, bringing in Michael Keaton, and
now
then
that part,
having Pattinson be in an Elseworld story. And we're potentially getting a fourth Batman semi soon. No, we are getting a fourth Batman in the next couple years. So like, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot.
it's I just hope like the movie's good.
Of course, no. Like, oh, look, I am all for more content. Everyone knows that. I always want more content, but have it be somewhat cohesive and make sense. And I'm not a DC hater. I'm really not. I enjoy a lot of the DC movies. I love Shazam. I really like Aquaman. I love Joker. I love the Snyder cuts. I at least I can get through Man of Steel. That one's more of a preference thing though. But like I even enjoy Batman v Superman honestly, and a lot of people don't. Like I
I
enjoy a
don't.
lot of the DC universe honestly, but with that said, they got a lot to figure out, and I think the Flash is really going to be a make or break movie in terms of their universe and where it's heading. That movie is going to really seal the deal one way or another because I'm excited for their current slate. Honestly, I am. Like having the Batman up next with Black Adam into Flash into Aquaman. I think that's a pretty killer slate for 2022 potentially. So I'm pumped for that. But please, DC, show me you got your shit together, and I can really buy into it. I really could.
Yeah, I mean, like after the Flash, we should never have to worry about what counts and what doesn't,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
who's
Like
in and
if
who's
there's
out
any
ever again.
confusion after the Flash, that's a problem.
Then we got problems.
Yeah, then we have
That's
we
all I'll
already
say.
have a problem, but that makes it like a serious problem because that was like that was it. That was your movie to really try to fix things after years of confusion, and you just made it worse. Like you can't keep doing that. And I will say, just to speak on the teaser itself for the Flash, I really liked it honestly. I thought it looked really cool, and as a teaser, I honestly really do like that. But I wish we could have saw Keaton, like actually saw Keaton's face, man, and the Batmobile. Oh,
Yeah, like
I
I don't know
I
why they didn't show it.
it wouldn't have been too much to show, honestly. Like it's not like
No, we know he's in it.
yeah, like we know he's in it. Just let me see him and show me the Batmobile for even just like for 2 seconds. I don't care. It's fine. But like, just let me see because we're the one thing I am a little concerned about. It's the movie said in production, not coming out in whatever date that it's supposed to come out.
It's not a teaser, so it's not like an official
No, no.
teaser
I'm just
trailer.
saying, like, I hope that the movie's still on track to release
Yeah, it is.
whenever it was supposed to. I hope so. It's
Next
weird that
November.
they put the release date for every other movie except that one.
Yeah, it's still good to go. They just finished filming, so and they've got a full year to do VFX,
Yeah,
so
work.
they're good. Yeah,
And just looking the suit, honestly, I love the way the suit looks outside of maybe the cowl. It depends if that's actually the way the cowl looks. I hope not, but the actual like texture, the layers, the lines going through the suit, shining. I love the way it looks. I think it's sick. I like the flash symbol. I just don't know if that cowl's actually what he's going to wear throughout the whole movie because it's not what the original concept art had for the flash suit, and it just doesn't look good. Like it's
yeah.
because like you have those little pads on the side of the face coming out too far,
It
and
looks like a
it looks
baseball helmet
awkward.
in
Yeah,
certain
like
ways. It's like
it's so weird.
it's just like it looks like it doesn't even like correctly fit Ezra's head in a way
No,
as well.
like
It's like,
I don't
ugh.
know. It's really odd. I hope that either that's something he temporarily wears for some reason in the movie, or Hopefully it's something they end up fixing in post-production somehow. I'm not sure how you would even do that, but I'm sure they could if they needed to, but I don't like that like at all. If I have to watch that all movie, I'm going to be so annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't see it as like a long-term helmet option. I just think it may be Barry's trying different things out,
But
and
yeah,
like that's
yeah,
as good as
that's
he's
what I'm
got it
hoping it
right now.
is. That's exactly where my head's at in terms of what I hope it is. Yeah, because
Yeah, so I do expect that to be fixed, and that's it's gonna be funny to look at, but like we're getting close to pretty much identical to the comic book suit. Like it's pretty close if you
oh
look
my
at it.
god,
The front specifically, and the hood. Like he's got like a hood for the mask, and it's like hell yeah, give me some of that.
yeah. I mean, I gotta say, DC, the one thing they always nail their suits.
Yeah, I always liked in the Justice League cartoon where Flash always had like a hood. So like whenever
Yes.
you saw Flash without this his mask on, which is rare, he always had a hoodie. It was always kind of like when he was wearing the suit, it was also like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hoodie where all he had to do was pull the uh, pull the mask up, and it's like yep. And it looks like they kind of took inspiration from that. It'd be really cool. One day we got like a Batman suit like that because in
That'd
in the
be cool.
Batman cartoon he uh he had that same thing with the hoodie, and I'm like, give me some of that. I need some
Yeah.
of that.
I'm interested to see what else happens plot wise in the Flash. I mean, we see that we have two different versions of the Flash here, two Ezra Millers, and I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. And the one in the back is wearing Keaton's suit with the Flash logo spray painted on, so that's pretty cool. And I'm guessing his suit got destroyed or something coming to this world, but it's weird because originally we heard that what they were doing is the that reverse Flash. Well, it might even be reverse Flash. I'm honestly not sure, but whoever the antagonist is like a reverse Flash type, but it's really just another Barry in that role. And
Mm.
we already have two here, so is there a third, or is this like one of the
I think the
Barrys
guy on
playing
the
him?
left. I think the Barry wearing the Keaton suit is the fake. Is kind of like the
Like maybe he's toying
evil
with
Barry.
him. Like I don't know.
Yeah, or like playing
Yeah,
both sides.
he's probably playing both sides or something because I don't think they'd have a third. That'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's only two.
Yeah. So with that said, that would make more sense. And we got a little glimpse of Supergirl, although we don't get to like really see the suit very well, but she is there, and that's cool to see. Outside of that, like there isn't too much in the trailer. We just kind of get glimpses of the Batcave a little bit, and like we already said, at the end of the trailer, we have Ezra Miller seeing the tarp over what is obviously the Batmobile, and he goes, "Holy shit!" And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm gonna shit myself when we get to that scene, dude. When I see the fucking '89 Batmobile again, and I see it in action, I'm gonna fucking cry.
Yeah, that car is iconic. It's
It's
not
so
even just
iconic.
like it's not iconic. It's not even iconic for it's not even just iconic for DC. It's also just iconic for movies, like
Yeah, and
movie
it's
history.
like, and it's funny to think about because it looks so awesome yet so ridiculous. And I'm just imagining this, like he comes to the DCEU and now that's in this universe, and he's just like going through the streets, mowing down criminals with that shit, and everyone's just like, "What the fuck is that thing?" Oh, it'd be so
The new
funny.
Batmobile, baby.
Oh,
But yeah,
it's beautiful. But yeah, I'm excited for the Flash overall. Okay, I'm worried, but I'm excited more than anything, quite honestly, and I'm hoping that they nail this movie because if they do, I'm so in, man. I'm so in for what they're doing, and I like the whole idea of what they're doing with the multiverse here because obviously we don't know what Marvel's doing yet with their stories entirely. We know No Way Home, of course, is multiverse, and that's going to be more probably entirely or most close to entirely in the MCU. I like how this is going to actually another universe, and they're going to probably be going to quite a few different universes throughout this movie based on just little tidbits I've heard. But yeah, I'm thinking that it's kind of like a multiversal road trip kind of thing. I think that's really sick, and I like that whole concept. I'm hoping we get a little bit of that in Multiverse of Madness and for Marvel, which I think we kind of are, but I hope they like really lean into it more. With I don't want to be this guy, but a little bit of fan servicey stuff, because when it comes to multiverse, you need a little bit of fan service sometimes. Just to
People
get me a
always
little
need
happy.
fans.
You need a little bit sometimes. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The only issue that I have with the Flash movie, with the whole uh multiverse stuff, is you just talked about things having to be earned,
Yep,
and
exactly.
and
That's
it's like
exactly it.
I wanted uh Rick Fumiyiva's I hope I said that correctly. uh I wanted his version of Flash first. It seemed like he had a really great vision for it, and they also hired uh Phil Lord and Chris Miller at one point, I think,
Hmm.
and they also had Seth Graham Smith, and it was going to be a more straightforward Flash focused movie where he's doing his
Yeah,
forensics
yeah.
job, and Cyborg was pretty much
I
involved
half
in.
think that this is them not panicking entirely necessarily, but it's them saying like we gotta do something to fix all this stuff, and they didn't know where
They
else
had
to
to make
go.
this movie before Ezra's contract expired, and they also had to fix their universe, and those kind
Yep,
and like
it's a mix of all that, I think, and also I think they also would have loved to get to this multiverse arc before Marvel did, honestly, but Marvel kind of jump started that earlier than anyone thought, honestly.
yeah, I mean
Because they announced the Flash movie and the multiverse shit well before Marvel was really and get supposedly getting into that. But then we heard about No Way Home and everything, and how the Flash was getting pushed back all the way till like end of 2022, and it was like, well, shit, Marvel's about to literally have an entire multiversal arc completed by the time DC even starts theirs, which I was not expecting at all.
yeah, I mean it's just disappointing. It's disappointing, but I'm sure
But
this
yeah,
movie will be. I'm sure this
it'll
movie
be
will
good.
be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's get into. We have a couple more before we get into the big one we want to discuss. But we can briefly talk about these two because there's honestly not as much to discuss here. But Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, I think that's going to be a really fun movie. I love the first Aquaman, and I love James Wan. He's a great director, especially in horror, of course. I love the Conjuring movies, and he did he do Saw? Or am I making that up?
Who? James Wan.
Yeah.
Let me check. I believe he
Yes.
is.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And I love Saw. The first one in particular. The first Saw is a really good movie, honestly, and
Yeah. James Wan is a horror
he's
legend.
yeah, he's a horror legend. And even his new movie, *Malignant*, I have mixed feelings about, but like, it was an ambitious movie. I'll give him that. It was a very ambitious movie, and
So he's created Saw, Insidious, and Conjuring.
yep. I mean, that's like those are like all iconic movies in horror. It's amazing, and now him taking on Aquaman was such an insanely creative choice by DC, and it's paid off so far. I mean, the movie made 1.148 billion at the box office. It was huge, and it deserved to be huge, man. It was such a fun movie, and they were not scared at all to delve deep into this fantasy world and make it feel like it's total fantasy. And that's what the movie was doing best, man. It was a legitimate comic book movie in every way, shape, or form, and that's what this movie needed. And I'm hoping the next one it doubles down on that while also going into some darker themes as well. And I think that's what we're going to be getting. I mean, James Wan already said it's going to be a more mature film, but it's also just based on the pictures you can see, like it's going to be going into even more fantasy aspects in this world, and that's so cool. And I'm hoping we see some of the trench, man, because that could be fucking dark. Like that could be some dark, scary stuff. And I love seeing directors go to this kind of genre with a horror background and bring in some of those influences. We've seen Raimi do it as well as a few other directors.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I quite like the first Aquaman movie. Obviously, it's not my favorite DCU movie, but I enjoy it. It's a fun, good time, and it's a hell of a visual spectacle. I mean,
Visually, it's beautiful.
yeah, Momoa is always fun. And yeah, I mean, good.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just,
beautiful.
I'm just like when it comes to Aquaman, I'm just looking for a good time, and they give it to you, and
Oh, that's yeah, that's what it is.
I'm sure
Exactly
that
what it is.
I'm sure the sequel is going to be even better, and the things that could have been improved in the first one are probably going to be improved in the second one, and I'm quite looking forward to it. And it was pretty funny to see an Aquaman movie make $1 billion.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
Black Manta suit looks really cool too.
How much time in the world does he have?
What?
Black Manta. How much time in the world does he have?
I might not be getting this. What do you mean?
He's got all the time in the world. You don't understand the meme that's existed since what, 2018?
Probably not.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain this to you. Uh, when he's doing the montage with the suit,
Okay.
there's a song that's playing, and it's "I have all the time in the world,"
Okay.
and so people just thought it was like kind of an out there choice for a song, and people have just made fun of it for,
Oh.
but like in a good way, and like it's
Yeah, yeah,
cheesiness. And its cheesiness, it's kind of almost like a Sam Raimi-esque kind of thing,
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
like. So yeah, people like if you ask Larry how much time in the world does Black Manta have, he'll get it.
Hmm. All right. Um,
Kind of disappointed that you didn't get it, to be
I
honest.
don't. I'm not big into memes, honestly. I'm not.
Yeah,
But what's it
it
called?
cracked me up, man.
Yeah, this movie's probably gonna be really dope. I'm excited, but there's not too much to talk about because they really don't have much to show yet. Like
Yeah,
they didn't really give us much.
did they finish filming?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
They started. Wait, they started filming July 17th, which is my 21st birthday. So now they couldn't have finished in 3 months. Not for a movie that big. No, I don't. Or I mean, they may be approaching finishing, but like I don't think they're done yet.
And I guess we'll just get into the next one. This is the movie I'm probably most excited about in terms of sequels. It's Shazam 2 for Fury of the Gods. I mean, Shazam is like my favorite DC EU movie to this point outside of Snyder Cut. I fucking adore it. I think it's so fun. I think it just knows exactly what it is, what it's
It's in
meant
my
to
top
be,
three.
and it's just so fun. It's so good. Everything about it is just so pure. I love it so much, and the fact that we can already see the next movie is going to raise the stakes. It's going to go into more of the lore of everything. It's going to just have even better action. That's what I needed. I needed growth because I love the first movie and I wouldn't change a thing. But it's kind of like what I said with Homecoming. The movie that precedes it will partially decide how I feel about the previous one, and that's how I'm gonna feel about Shazam 2 because Shazam 1 was great as an introduction to the character. It did that perfectly. Now I need up the level of the stakes and everything in this next one. If it does that, I am happy, and I can already tell it is going to do that. So really, it's just nailing down the story at this point. And I love the cast, man. I really love the cast. I love everybody there. Zachary Levi is just so fucking perfect as an adult Billy, man. I mean, it's like the kid that plays him. You can they feel like the same person, man. They feel like the exact same person, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Shazam one was definitely a nice surprise hit for DC critically and commercially. They really needed a movie that got as good of reviews as Shazam did. Uh,
Yeah, I got great reviews.
because like there's still if you go online, there's still a lot of DC kind of trepidation from a lot of casual people. Uh,
Hmm.
like a lot of people uh, don't know what to expect from DC, and like the thing with Marvel is Marvel's worst reception. Marvel Studios' worst movie reception that they've ever gotten
Dark World.
is, yeah, some around there, like Dark World, Incredible Hulk, around there.
Mhm.
It's it's 10 times the worst reception that some DC movies have gotten. I mean, Batman versus Superman got absolutely roasted by the critics, and like that movie
I don't
did.
think it deserved to get roasted as much as it
I
did.
don't think it
Still,
deserved to get roasted as much as
I
it did.
what did it get? I don't even remember honestly.
It got like a 26
Like
or something.
that's too much.
Yes,
That's
but you
like
got to
a score you
remember,
give to a movie with no thought.
yeah. And you also have to remember that Suicide Squad came out the same year, and that got around the same score, around
That's
30.
bullshit. That's bullshit. Because like you can say what you want about the flaws in Batman v Superman, but like a lot of thought and care did go into that movie either way from Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
There's a lot of good and yeah, and like the
it's not a
action sequences are
26
still really
percent.
great. And there's still some really great character moments for Ben and Henry's character in the movie. Like it's not a 29. It is not a 29.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's like I don't necessarily like the
No,
movie,
I know you don't like it, but like that's
but like
bad. That's
I
really
can
bad.
agree that it's a little too low. But like you got to remember that Rotten Tomatoes is like the uh most viewed site for casual movie fans
Oh yeah.
to check to see if a movie is good. And when you have two movies like that that absolutely get roasted to shreds, uh, it damages your brand a
Yep.
lot. And you have to remember, like, what, 4 or 5 years earlier they had Green Lantern that got torn apart as well. And it's like, we and Man of Steel didn't. Man of Steel got mixed reviews, and it's like there you lose trust when you have a string of uh, critical failures like that,
Uh-huh.
because you have to admit they're critical failures when they're getting roasted like that,
Yeah.
and they they're still to this day, and especially after Justice League, not Zack Snyder's Justice League, but the theatrical Justice League, and even Wonder Woman 84 got mixed reviews. There's a lot of hit or miss for people with DC. Like it's gonna take a while to fully rebuild trust.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're gonna need more Matt Reeves. They're gonna need more
Like
David Sandbergs.
I think if they really want to continue to grow, they need to focus on what makes them good. And the things that make them good is their ability to go outside of the DCU and make movies. Like that's something Marvel doesn't do. They just have their set of MCU movies. DC isn't afraid to make these black label movies or go out and do some Elseworld stories. Like that's something Marvel
Exactly.
just hasn't done, and I don't think they plan on doing, quite honestly. So with that said, I mean, if you're DC, focus on that a little more too, because look how successful Joker was, man. Look how successful the Batman's gonna be. Keep making some stories like that. Like we're getting a Lex Luthor movie at some point. Like that's sick.
Oh, interesting.
Do you know who's directing it?
Oh, I got big news on the show right now. Uh,
Wait, what?
there have been some Disney, Marvel movie delays.
Oh no
Uh,
no 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 no
Doctor Strange has moved to
no.
May 6th,
What?
2022. Thor,
Where are
Lo-
you seeing? Oh my God, no!
Thor: Love and Thunder has moved to July 8th, 2022. Black
Wow.
Panther: Wakanda Forever has moved to November 11th, 2022. The Marvels has moved to February 2023, February 27th,
Dude,
2023.
this
And
fucking
Ant-Man
blows.
Ant-Man and the Wasp moves from February 17th, 2023 to July 28th, 2023. And three untitled Marvel movies have moved uh, from 2023. They've been removed from the schedule. Interesting. So they're probably going to find new dates.
I
But
am beyond livid at this moment.
that's a bad break.
Dude, that is fucking.
I
We
wonder
went from
why.
getting 5 Marvel movies next year to fucking 3. 3! That hurts so much. Oh my God, that is so depressing. And we're gonna literally have a 5-month gap between No Way Home and the next Marvel movie.
Yeah, I wonder. I wonder if No Way Home's getting delayed too.
No, I don't think so.
I
I think they.
wonder.
I could be
I
wrong,
wonder, like,
but
why though? Like, what? Like, why?
I don't. I genuinely don't understand what.
Yeah, I know this
Uh,
is supposed to be our Fandome episode, but we should probably talk about this.
yeah,
Uh,
no, we're gonna have to. I was
uh,
not expecting that.
that came out of nowhere. What the? Why though? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why.
Yeah, I have no idea why they would like. I understand COVID and everything, but like we've been past this.
Yeah, but
You
here's the
just
thing.
released Shang-Chi on time.
Here's the thing. Doctor Strange and Thor 2 are pretty much finished. Or
That's what I'm
like
saying. They're finished and they're not even gonna be released. It would have been end of March.
like maybe they want to give No Way Home and Doctor Strange more space.
I don't think that's it. 3 months of space is 3+ months of space is more than enough. I think. Then
This
they
is
know that. I don't think it's a spacing issue. That's honestly crazy. Thor: Love and Thunder all the way to fucking July, and then
why.
Black Panther is November. Oh my god, that's so. I don't get to see fucking Kang until the end of 2023.
Mid 2023.
I don't care, dude. We don't even get Fantastic Four now till like mid 2024, probably at least.
Oh, the villain from Bad Boys for Life has just been cast to co-star opposite Leslie Grace in Batgirl.
Good for him, man. I don't really.
I want to know why though. Like, I want to know the reasons. like, give me the
I
reasons.
I just don't know what to think. Like this literally like ruined my entire day. I am
So,
so upset.
so let's go over this again. So we were gonna get okay. So actually, Doctor Strange only moved about a month and a week, a month and 2 weeks. So basically 6 weeks.
But like
Uh,
everything else got shifted big.
uh, Thor 2 got moved 8 weeks.
It grows bigger
The
and bigger as you move on.
but the big gap is Wakanda Forever. It got moved. Wow. Wow. Indiana Jones 5 got pushed to 2023. Jeez. Uh, it was supposed to come out next year, but they're still filming that. Harrison Ford had an injury, uh, but he's recovered now. Yeah, Wakanda Forever got pushed 4 months. 4 months. And the Marvels got pushed 4 months, and Quantumania got pushed 5 months. And 3 untitled Marvel films got removed, so they're getting new dates. I mean, well, two got removed, but they'll get new dates, and then one actually moved up. One moves from November 10th, 2023 to November 3rd. So if that makes you feel any
It
better,
doesn't make me feel better.
we got that one moved up a week, so we got that one. But I'm so I don't understand why. I mean, do, do, why?
I don't even know what to even talk about. I'm kind of like at a loss
You're
for words.
speechless. All right, you want to get back to Fandom, and then if there's any information,
Yeah, yeah. Just go back to Fandom.
uh, yeah,
Let's just go to the only thing we have left is the Batman at this point.
no information left. I mean, no information yet. So
All right.
we'll figure that out.
We'll discuss the Batman a little.
So we've talked about Black Adam, we've talked about Shazam, we've talked about Flash, we talked about Aquaman 2. And were you on something when that news broke in? I think you were talking about Shazam too.
Yeah, but we can move on from Shazam. There's not much to talk about.
Your whole vibe
No, it kind
just
of
changed.
died. It kind of just died. But you know what? Batman is the one
Uh,
thing that
uh,
could revive it a little.
Bro, I totally understand how you feel, man. Like, I'm feeling what you're feeling.
Doctor Strange
It,
was literally my most anticipated movie. Knowing that got delayed a month and that the rest of the slate got delayed
6
too is
weeks.
really it's just kind of depressing. Like
I
Strange doesn't even hurt that much just because it's only 6 weeks, but like the fact that the entire slate is pushed back as far as it is, like it means stuff like Fantastic Four gets delayed big time. It means that fucking Quantumania, my first look at Ken the Conqueror, actually gets delayed till July of 2023. That's
mm,
fucking long. Like I was gonna see him beginning of 2023, man. That's a big blow. Oh, like
tough.
I expected to see Fantastic Four not next summer, but 2 summers from now. Now it might be fucking 3 summers from now.
I mean, uh, on on the bright, yeah, this guy tweeted Adam Barnhart. On the bright side, I'd say it's safe to expect 2 MCU shows,
Yeah,
She-Hulk and Moon
I
Knight.
was literally about to say the two
Yeah,
shows are
the shows are what have saved us during the lack of
if we
movies.
didn't have the shows, I'd be so fucking bummed. Like the shows are the
Because
one saving grace.
the thing is that they are the ultimate counter to a pandemic. These shows, because you just watch at home. You don't have to go anywhere. You get what I'm saying? So, and like especially during WandaVision, when COVID, we barely had like we didn't really have a vaccine yet. I mean, it was starting to roll out, and like it took a while for most of the population to get vaccinated. So,
You know what's
you
really
know,
bizarre? Now DC is going to have more releases next year than Marvel.
DC has more releases than Marvel. You said?
Well, they're going to theatrically. Yeah, I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah. I mean, cool. It's okay. You know, uh,
I'll just
we are
discuss. Let's
we
just
are
discuss Batman.
we are Cape Time, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. You know what this means though is that 2023 we'll probably have like 5 or 6
That's what
Marvel
I
movies.
said about 2022, man. What's going to hit next? What's going to happen next? Or is it going to be COVID 25?
Yeah,
Oh, I can't.
let's avoid that at all costs.
I
Uh,
can't. Let's just go to Batman.
all right, we'll talk.
I got to talk about Batman to get my spirits up. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we were gonna probably save Batman for last, but like
I mean,
we just.
Batman is last, basically. We can
I
probably
mean,
just call it after
I mean,
that.
I mean, there are a few things I would like to mention.
Okay, we can
Uh,
do that after.
yeah. So the Batman, they released the trailer, blew our socks off.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the best trailers I've ever seen, period.
Yep. Uh, yeah, I'm dead right now. Why did that have to happen while recording? Why couldn't
Yeah,
that
well,
have
I wish it
waited?
happened after, man. I was so pumped to talk about the Batman, but now I
Yeah.
gotta like force it out a little bit. But like,
Yeah, now our whole vibe has just kind of shifted. But yeah, the Batman trailer looks awesome. I loved what they were saying in the interviews as well. I like the idea of a young Batman who, if you remember last year, Matt Reeves talked about how this Batman experiment wasn't necessarily working, and that there's still crime running rampant, and like he hasn't become the beacon of hope yet. That he eventually becomes. He hasn't become that super heroic kind of Batman. He's almost doing it in kind of a selfish way, a little bit, and it's just not working yet. And he's got so much anger and there's so much rage, and it's consuming him. This part of himself is consuming him, and he hasn't adopted that playboy persona. He's being Batman pretty much 24/7, even while he's Bruce Wayne. He's still the only time he's Bruce Wayne is when he has to do Batman stuff without the mask on. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say honestly, I like that whole take on it. Eventually, I would like to get the Playboy Millionaire, of course, but
Yes,
like
that's part of
right
the
now,
it's
no.
part of the development. Yeah.
Exactly, that's all part of development. But for this first movie, I love how just the entire persona of Batman has consumed Bruce, and it's so clear throughout this entire trailer. I mean, this it's going to be a brutal movie, and this Batman is going to be the angriest, the deadliest we have ever seen. I mean, this guy has no remorse. He's going to have mental illness. He's going to be something else entirely. And just watching him beat up these thugs, man, and just the way Selena was looking at him when he was beating up who I presume is Riddler, like it must be
She's
fucking
like,
brutal.
oh shit, he's fucking that guy up.
And I think like right after too, if I remember right, like it pans to like another shot of Jim Gordon like holding a gun, looking like disgusted, and I'm willing to bet that's another shot too of like him watching like Bruce just fucking annihilate somebody. Like I think that we're gonna see some of the most brutal action sequences in this movie, man, within the PG-13 rating, because I'm guessing it's not rated R, but I don't know. But
I've got good news.
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 did not move.
So when was that gonna release? I don't even remember.
It was going to release in May of 2023.
May of 2020. So now we got the Marvels, Ant-Man 3, and Guardians, and
Yeah, bro.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe something else. I don't know.
Yeah, there's another one scheduled for November of that year. But back to Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why like Pattinson has like a weird haircut and he doesn't look like your traditional, handsome Bruce Wayne where he's got, gelled up hair and like slick back hair and kind of like that kind of look is like this is a Bruce Wayne that doesn't give a shit about that yet. He doesn't he does not care about that. Like he is focused on one thing only, and that's being Batman. And he's Batman 24/7, and he's showing up to places with bruises on his eyes and bruises on his knuckles. And like it's gonna cause suspicion, and like he has to eventually create that persona for himself. And
Well, yeah, he's not doing a good job of hiding it in this first
yeah,
movie at all. I mean, he looks
no,
like everyone said he looks like the kind of guy that would dress up like a bat. Like
yeah, and like
he literally looks like it, and that's
he
fine. Obviously, I'm just saying it's
and
funny.
like and like don't be surprised if like that's the only like don't be surprised if that scene at the mayor's funeral is one of the only times that you see Bruce Wayne out of the house without the Batman suit on or without that kind of hood what was he wearing it's called the he's kind of like roaming around in like a bandana that covers his mouth and a helmet.
Hmm.
uh, I forgot what it was called. Drifter, the Drifter outfit. Like he's not gonna be Bruce Wayne much in this movie. Like you're not gonna see a lot of full Pattinson,
Well,
if that
no,
makes sense.
it's going to be the opposite of what we've gotten to an extent, like especially in the Dark Knight trilogy, where like when we get the millionaire playboy, and they develop Bruce Wayne a lot more as opposed to developing Batman. And I think this movie is going to be the other way around, where it's a lot of Batman development and him going into this psychotic rampage to an extent, while Bruce is kind of just consumed by it the entire time. While next movie maybe we start to see a little bit more growth from Bruce's side, hopefully, because
Mm-hmm.
that's where I would probably take it. Because I'm guessing, I'm trying to think, because he's at the point in his career where he's not Batman because he wants to help people. That's not why he's Batman. Not at this stage in his life. He's Batman because he wants to make these criminals suffer. That's what he's currently doing. Eventually, it's not going to be that, but at this stage, yeah, it's purely
Yeah,
selfish, honestly.
there are selfish reasons to why he's doing what he's doing, and he has to kind of reel back his own personal issues and you know become something more than himself. So like, and that's always been kind of a big part of Batman. If you've ever played, Arkham Origins, that arc, that's a very similar arc where he's he's more brutal. He's not quite that Batman that values human life as much as he still won't kill, but it's like he's gonna he's gonna break your leg even if it's not necessary to. And he
Yeah,
does like he's just like, and you see in the trailer he's like tasing a guy. It's like this is a Batman who's like he's looking to hurt you, and like that's not what you're gonna see in the future with this version after he develops. You're gonna see he's gonna take you down, but he won't kick you in the face while you're down and break your nose.
uh-huh. Um, I actually do have an update I should probably give. This is actually probably pretty significant.
What?
This is probably going to affect movies as a whole, actually, not just Marvel.
Oh.
So, this isn't like 100% concise, but I think it's kind of clear what they're referencing here. It says it's an article update, exhibition, no need to be alarmed. This has nothing to do with a change in distribution strategy, I'm informed. It's all on account of a domino effect that is going on with production and filmmakers. Some titles are contending with finishing scenarios while others are in production, and this is how Disney is solving it. And I'm getting the impression that this could have something to do, despite reaching the agreement seemingly, something with the potential strike. I could be wrong, but it seems like they're prepping for some type of strike based on that because it's saying a domino effect based on production and filmmakers. So
Interesting.
I'm so it could be something pertaining to that strike that was again supposedly worked out, but maybe there's more to it we're not quite aware of yet. I'm interested to see if other movies or companies make decisions like that in the coming days now.
Yeah.
But at least we know now it's not a COVID thing. Like it says it's not a change in distribution strategy. So that means it's not relating to like them trying to boost box office numbers or get more space between strategies. It's not space between movies. It's not anything like that.
Yeah, and like if they don't, if 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 certain scripts aren't ready as well,
Well, that might
I
be
would.
like more of a bonus, but they wouldn't delay everything
Yeah.
because some of this is done filming.
Yeah. The issue with the connected cinematic universe is that sometimes you have to, when you move one thing, you have to
Yeah,
move
I know.
a
It's
bunch
just
of things.
it's an unfortunate byproduct.
It
Yeah,
is like if like the Batman could come out at any time because it's not
exactly.
connected to anything. And back to the Batman. I love that opening shot. It's very Blade Runner esque. It's very it's very Gotham. It's almost kind of like the the cinematic trailers from like the Arkham games in a way. Like
Hmm.
I don't know if you feel, but I got that kind of Arkham City esque vibe to it.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's Gotham City, Arkham Knight as well,
you
and
definitely get some of those feelings throughout the trailer. Absolutely.
yeah,
It's a very interesting aesthetic to the entire trailer. Honestly, like it's not
this
like
looks like this looks like a Gotham City that is ripped off of the page.
it's just so different from what we've gotten before. Like I think this is gonna be the most accurate representation of Batman we've gotten to date. Like that's what I'm expecting. Even, but I'm not even saying, oh, it's definitely gonna be better than the Dark Knight. Even though I honestly think it will be the best. But taking that out of the equation, though, I think that
Yeah,
it's gonna be just as accurate as it could be, while also kind of putting its own spin on it. Because this is as dark as a take of I can imagine on Bruce Wayne. Honestly, just like based on what we know about the plot. Like I won't go into it, but what I told you the other day, like it's pretty dark. Like it is pretty fucking dark.
yeah, and I like that the Penguin is kind of used for comedic
Dude,
purposes.
he's basically Robert De Niro.
Yeah, he's just like uh, every stereotypical Italian actor.
It's
Like
hilarious. Like it's
from
exactly what I
every
want.
he sounds like every gangster from every mob movie ever. And it's like, yeah, it's just it's a fun take on it, and
Yeah, yeah.
He's
like,
completely
yeah,
unrecognizable.
unrecognizable, man. I mean, I think this movie is gonna fucking get a ton of awards. Like,
It,
I can see it getting cinematography, makeup. I mean, I can definitely see some Oscar nominations, honestly, because this cast has so many big names. I mean, it's just pure.
bum,
I've
bum,
been saying this
bum,
forever.
bum.
Oh, score two, yeah, score
Yeah.
two. I mean, the score is this is definitely my favorite Batman theme. I think, honestly, I think this is probably my favorite main theme. I mean, obviously, a lot of people love the '89 one. Even I do too. I think it's amazing, but this is just so epic and so grandiose, and like I wouldn't change a thing about it. I'm curious to see more than anything the other music in the movie, because there are like movies where you have this great theme for the hero, and then the rest of the score is kind of lackluster. And as like a big music junkie, I'm really hoping they don't just mail it in after the main theme. But I don't think they will, though. I mean, Matt Reeves is very detailed. I'm sure he and Giacchino worked out a lot of stuff regarding the music together.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, he seems like a very hands-on director.
No, he
So
definitely is.
like, and like they're good friends, and he trusts Mike. So, and they did show another TV spot, which I saw for the first time on TV. So like, I was like, oh shit, because I was watching football, and it came on, and it was like a minute, and it had a different score to it, and it was very cool. It was very, very cool. It sounded great. So yeah, I mean, it seems like Michael Giacchino brought his A game to this, and who wouldn't want to bring their A game to a Batman movie directed by one of his best friends? Like, I would do that. Uh, so yeah, the music sounds great, and yeah, I mean, we I'm just so excited for this movie, man. And what I'm I don't one thing here's what I'll say. The one thing I'll say is I do wish we got more Riddler, and I find it hilarious how they that it's clearly just Paul Dano's face, and they won't show it. And it's like, we know what Paul Dano looks like, and they won't show.
Yeah, I know. Like,
It's like
let
it's
me
like
see
I
Paul
don't think
Dano's face.
I don't think they have like he has like any scars or anything or any details like
No, no,
that.
I don't think so either.
It's just Paul Dano's face, and they won't show.
It's
And
hilarious.
I think what they're doing. I think what they're doing is that Paul Dano is one of the best actors working in Hollywood right now, but not a lot of people know him. Like,
Oh yeah,
he's not an A-list guy yet, and like, I think this is gonna be one of those that
it's
really,
gonna change his career.
yeah, like, I hope Paul knows what he's getting into when you sign up for a franchise like this. And I love Paul as an actor. He seems like a great guy as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
man, he's so good. I cannot wait to see him in
he
this movie. I think he's probably gonna be
le- when he
like
was
top tier
cast
villain.
when he was cast as Riddler, it was one of the more automatic holy shit yes things I've ever reacted to in my
It's
life.
just so perfect. I can't imagine another person playing it right now. It's just exactly who you'd want in that role, especially in this more of a Zodiac killer kind of role with the Riddler. It's a very cool interpretation. I'm super into it, and that's probably one of the most exciting parts of this film, just seeing how Paul Dano portrays this character. But honestly, the one thing that's intriguing me the most right now, I'm very interested to see the development of the relationship between Selena and Bruce in this movie.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's like, that seems very. It seems like her role's gonna be more prominent than I even anticipated. Honestly, I could be wrong. I'm just getting that vibe. Like, she's gonna have a very significant role throughout this movie, and I think that it might be. It seems like she might honestly be part of what keeps him calm at times. Like, his demeanor around her seems very relaxed, and you don't really see very relaxed shots of Batman very often in any of these trailers, man. But with her, it just
Yeah.
seems like he's always at ease.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say. I mean, uh, this kind of seems like Selena brings him down to earth. Like,
Exactly, and
it
I
bring
think that's really smart. I like
she
that a
is
lot.
She is the medicine to the issue,
And I
basically.
think that throughout this trilogy, he's just going to keep getting more quote unquote medicine, potentially in the form of Robin, maybe.
Give me
And
Rob. Okay, you said it. I'm gonna get. I have to do this. I have to say it.
What?
There's one thing that I need from this Batman universe. Okay, now in the Nolan universe, you can understand kind of why there wasn't Robin.
Well, no, it makes sense, and for that universe, it could have been a little silly.
Yeah, but in this
Oh,
universe, because even though it's a grounded and realistic take on Gotham, we still have an armor, a chest piece armor that can take direct machine gun fire and not harm Batman. So they are still doing something very comic booky. Okay? If you can do that, you can do Robin. It's time to bring in Dick Grayson, and especially this version of Bruce Wayne, like you just said. I think this version of Bruce Wayne would benefit from a Dick Grayson more than any other Batman ever had or ever would. That is my rant.
No. I absolutely agree with you. I mean, we've been waiting for so long to get
Can you imagine a kid being brought into Robert Pattinson's life?
It would be absolutely incredible, and I'm so excited for that to potentially happen because I think it is going to happen. The only question is, I'm not sure how they're going to do it because just based on because I know kind of how this movie's going to end already. Like the question becomes more of how does Robin in my head fit into this next sequel? Because based on what I know, I'm not sure where he quite fits in, honestly. Like, I'm not totally sure as of now. Maybe Reeves has something in mind. Maybe he doesn't, honestly. Maybe he's waiting even longer to bring Robin in, but I don't know where he would fit in this sequel based on where it seems to be heading.
I don't care. You just fit that motherfucker right in there. Don't care. Do it.
It'd be nice.
Do it. Just make him 15, 16, 17. All right. He doesn't have to be 8 years old like he was in the comics, okay? You just make him, high
He's a
school
teen.
kid.
Yeah, he's a teenager in high school.
Give him a bow staff. Give him some of that bulletproof armor. He's an athlete. Let him flip around. Just do it, okay? Because, it's Batman and Robin. I think we need to remember that. I think, we've seen so many solo Batman movies where it's just Batman. But we got to remember, it's Batman, ... and Robin. And I've got bad news.
What?
Well, this is unconfirmed. This is completely unconfirmed. Nope, that was just a joke. That was just a joke for now. Just a joke for now. Okay, we're back on Batman. We're back on Batman. Because I thought I just saw something that said Spider-Man got delayed, but it seems like that person was just trolling. So, okay, so we're good. Yeah. Back to Batman. Give me Robin. That's all I'll say. Just like I just said, make him a teenager. Give him some of that bulletproof armor, and let him be a catalyst towards Bruce Wayne, going towards the light instead of the dark. That's what Dick Grayson has always been. Dick Grayson is his first son, and he's very important. And I will hammer that home for years. Okay.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, he needs to be in this because this is the Bruce that we've seen that needs Dick more than. Oh wow, that was a bad choice of words, but he needs Robin more than any other.
Bruce needs Dick. So does Selina.
He needs He needs a Robin more than any other Batman we've seen to this point, and it's not even close.
Can you imagine this version of Bruce Wayne, who is like Matt Reeves said, this Bruce Wayne is right now at this point is a rock star living in a decaying manor, a reckless rock star living in a decaying manor, Wayne Manor. And can you imagine that version of Bruce Wayne witnessing a kid witnessing his parents being murdered at a circus?
It would be absolutely insane. It'd be something else.
The trauma, the horror, the trauma, the it would be, one of the great comic book movie scenes to see
Yeah,
Robert Pattinson's reaction to the death of the Graysons. And
you're totally right, man.
if you can give me that in like Batman 2 or Batman 3, do it.
I love how none of these criminals could shoot Batman in the face.
Yeah, we should get a better aim.
Like that's literally the one spot you need to shoot him in, but none of them can get him there. They just can't.
Or the dick.
No, his dick's probably protected.
Do you think he wears like a bulletproof cup?
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
I would. If I were Batman, I would.
Yeah.
I'm not taking any chances there, man. I can't. Oh my god. Don't even get me started. Yeah. Moving on.
But and also I just want to note, man, the ending of the trailer is like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like, dude, fucking Penguin getting away. I got you! And the fucking muscle car Batmobile just fucking comes through the flames and rams into him, dude. It's like the coolest shit. And
the thing
Batman.
Is, exactly, what's about to happen when he was taunting.
Yep. Exactly.
You knew that Batmobile was flying through there. And then when it hits, it's like, you dumb. This is a Penguin who doesn't quite know what he's dealing with.
And it just makes me think, dude, imagine Batman just fucking walking towards you. You're in an upside down car and you see him coming out of the fucking flames, just walking with that fucking cape. Like, holy shit. Like, dude, that's horrifying. I would absolutely shit myself. And if I had to guess right now, that's going to probably be the last scene we get with Penguin in that movie before he goes to jail or something. If I had to guess, that's probably going to be him bringing him in.
Yeah, it seems like Arkham is in the movie. By the way.
Yeah, I would assume so. And that's probably we're going to get a couple teases.
Yeah, I think Arkham is going to be for people with mental illness, and I think they're going to do both Blackgate Prison and Arkham Asylum. And Arkham. It's going to be Arkham Hospital, I believe. But, yeah, they can just, change the name if they want. Yeah. So, like, I believe Penguin, because Penguin isn't, like, criminally insane. I think you can have him go to Blackgate, but you can have some more psychologically tormented villains, let's just say, like Riddler, who has, like, obsessive compulsive disorder, and he murders people. He goes to Arkham. It's like, yeah, this guy may need a teeny bit of help. So yeah, I like. You know what I like? Wait, I can't say because it's a spoiler. It was talking about the spoiler that one of the spoilers that you sent me. It's not a major spoiler, but like I don't think I want to say it now.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, like, let's just say the E. Edward Nygma name makes sense due to his background.
Yeah. That's a good way to...
Yeah. So, like, Edward Nashon really is an enigma in a way. So, but yeah. I'm just very happy with the trailer. All the action looks really great. And you know what benefits? You know what's such a benefit? Is having an actor like Rob, who is very clearly doing a lot of the stunts. Like, he's doing, like, you can do. He's doing a lot of in-camera stuff. Like, that's basically all him. He's doing. I mean, obviously, he can't do some of the more dangerous stuff for insurance reasons, but like, he's doing as much like hand-to-hand combat as possible. That's him in that suit, and like, he's doing it. He did that fight scene with in the rain against those guys with the makeup on Halloween, and like that's all him. You get what I'm saying? And like, that's just such a benefit to have.
He couldn't be more dedicated to his work, man. He is so good at what he does, and
he worked out too.
Yeah, no. He's big, man. He is big. He's in shape. He's gonna kick some fucking ass.
He made a joke about these superheroes, they all want to get big, not me. I'm not getting big. And it was very clearly a joke. He's always been a very clear kind of jokester. That's his personality, and like he's just not. He doesn't take himself seriously at all, and but he's very dedicated to his work. So he worked out. He looks great. Looks great in the suit, and the Batman voice is very good because you can audibly hear what he's saying for the most part, and he's not growling, and that's always a benefit, honestly, when you can understand what Batman is saying.
Yeah. No, you're. I love the voice. Honestly, I think this is the best Batman voice we've gotten to. It feels
He's got a cool
intimidating.
voice.
No, it's like intimidating while also like it sounds like Pattinson, but it's just enough where you can feel the intensity in his voice, and I think it's clear too, like you said, it's clearer than like what Christian Bale had. It's a good balance. I like where his voice is currently
Yeah,
at.
it's that middle ground between
Yeah. Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
he's not George Clooney, where George Clooney was saying, "Hi, Freeze, I'm Batman," and just his George Clooney voice. But it's not Christian Bale going, "Oh, it's a hockey man." It's like yeah, we don't need that, but we also need you to do some variation of a voice to distinguish your identity.
Yeah.
And he did, and he nailed that. Obviously, there were a few kind of complaints about the scene where he punches the glass and he's like, "What have you done?" And it's like, that's not on Rob. And also in a alternate trailer, they fix that audio where it's more clear.
Yeah.
And so like that'll be clear to hear. And it's also like they took, it's kind of a weird edit. There some things in the trailer were kind of edited a little weird. There was a little too much going on with like certain sound effects and stuff, but like that won't be in the movie, but they're like trailer sound effects. And it's like that in the movie, it's kind of like showing the interrogation scene from The Dark Knight where he's just yelling, "Where are they? Where are they?" It's like okay, that was kind of a weird. It was like cutting into that and then cutting out of it. It's like what's going on there? It's like what did he say? Where's who? Is he talking about? It's like kind of showing the climax of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just pretty funny. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see Pattinson's Batman kind of have an interrogation scene.
Yep.
And I love the detective vibes, man. Give me that. Like
I love all of it. Yeah.
Just give me all of it. You know what's funny though? I do have to say that screenshot of angry Pattinson as he's punching the glass and you see his teeth, and he's got these British teeth, and he kind of almost has cartoon character teeth, like kind of like, you ever see the show like Big Mouth?
Yeah.
He's got kind of like Big Mouth teeth, and it's like he's very clearly a British man. But yeah, I mean, come on. If people are gonna complain about his teeth, though, like let's not do that. Okay. Don't do that. He's fine. But yeah, his performance is gonna be incredible. And one last thing that I'd like to talk about for the Batman is two things. One, Circus looks great. Two, we haven't seen Carmine Falcone yet, but the second thing that I wanted to talk about was the test screenings that took place, and everyone's calling it a masterpiece. The people that have seen it call it a 3-hour masterpiece, close to 3-hour masterpiece. And I'm like, yeah. And the hype for this movie is only increased because of those reactions, and I just wanted to hear your thoughts on people actually seeing this movie before us, and where
it's painful. It's painful. I mean,
yeah.
I want to see it so bad, and knowing that this is going to be like a close to a 3-hour detective story, just fucking insane. I mean, I'm just so happy more than anything that Reeves is getting the freedom to do something like that. Like there's nothing stopping him from doing what he wants at all. WB is giving him full creative freedom, and that's the way it needed to be, man. Otherwise, he was gonna walk, and I respect that so much. He is, yeah, he's an excellent filmmaker, and I think that the fact that this movie got like a standing ovation too was just so cool. I mean, I'm sure in my theater when I see it in March, they're gonna get a standing ovation then too. I mean, I have that much faith in the movie. I think everyone's gonna love it so much, and I'm just so ready. I need it now, and I'm pumped, man. But do you have anything else you want to talk about with that movie? I mean, I think we kind of covered our bases here, but up to you.
Uh, yeah. Uh, I feel like I've said all I've needed to say.
I have a small piece of Marvel news if you want it.
Okay.
Um, there is, well, obviously this was acquired previously too, before this news, but it was Fantastic Four and a Nova project. We're gonna start production in 2023.
Is that good news or is that bad news?
I'm gonna say it's good for Nova because that's exciting.
But Fantastic Four it got pushed to 2024, so that's
But I will
not.
say that probably sounds like it was updated news. Honestly, this is coming from Casey Walsh. He got the news like a week ago about when these projects were going to be in development. He heard 2023, which sounds like he got that after they probably decided already. Because if they hadn't, it wouldn't start production in 2023 because that would mean 2024 is best case scenario for a release at that point. So it's probably still accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just. I thought you were gonna hurt me with
No.
more Marvel news because I've already been hurt enough today. So yeah.
All right, so yeah, but I guess do you want to discuss a couple things from other things from Fandome you had on your mind?
Yes, I
We,
did.
we
I
don't
did.
yeah, we don't need to go too deep into it though. Just kind of like a little run through of a couple
I'm
things.
kind of dumb, but yeah, I did say what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Uh, but you know, congratulations to Titan and Doom Patrol because they got renewals.
Yeah, good for them.
Titans gets a season 4. I believe Doom Patrol gets a season 4 as well. So congratulations to them. We'll get the Titans review. We'll review the rest of the season soon enough. Once that finishes on Thursday, we'll probably do one next week to wrap that up, and we'll wrap up What If as well. Wonder Woman 3 got announced officially. Patty Jenkins is back. Gal Gadot's back. They didn't give it many details, just that it's coming, and I would assume probably 2023, 2024, around there, and that'll probably wrap up the trilogy. So we may be looking for another Wonder Woman. And Batgirl and Static Shock are officially announced. And Blue Beetle also showed some concept art, and the concept art looks sick. It seems like Ted Kord's going to be in it, and that's really cool. And I just wanted to shout out these movies. The Batgirl suit. Batgirl is going to have red hair, so
Yep.
that's pretty neat. Leslie Grace seems like an awesome fit for the character, and I haven't seen any of her work, but I'm going to definitely check out some of her work. But she seems like a lovely person, and I have full faith in the directors and their vision, and the concept art look fantastic. It looks exactly like how a Batgirl movie should look, so I'm all in on that. And Michael B. Jordan's producing a Static Shock movie. That's always cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of cool news, man. I'm really excited for all of it, and I guess got more depressed because I just saw a tweet that's so true. Secret Invasion probably delayed to 2023 now too, because it connects with the Marvels directly. So that's a bummer.
Yeah. Oh well. That's like if you're talking to me about like things that I care about and things that I
Wait,
don't.
that one's a little lower, but I think when it comes out though, I'm gonna really be into
Like
it.
I'll watch it. It's just that it's not like I don't necessarily like I don't I can't say I care about that
I'm
show.
telling you, it's gonna be one of those things where you're gonna care when you watch it, but you won't care leading up to it. I guarantee you.
Yeah. Uh,
But
yeah, I don't care. It's just like Captain Marvel is definitely in my lower tier of MCU movies. It just and like I like Brie Larson a lot. I think she's a good Captain Marvel, and like I'll give the sequel, The Marvels, and a second chance. I think I believe Nia DaCosta's directing that, so like she's great. So
I think that'll be a decent movie. I mean, I am what's it called? I
yeah,
actually don't hate Brie Larson as an actress. She's actually very solid. If you see some of her other work, she needs the right material, and I think people
yeah,
could really
she
like her.
like they just need to let her show emotion, and like she really kind of fell into cat.
Have you ever seen Room?
If not, I will eventually.
If you want to see her at her
She's
best,
great. She's
watch
great.
that. Yeah.
She's great. She doesn't get a whole lot to do
To do. Yeah.
to she just she's got to do more. Get make her let's care about Carol the way we care about Tony and Steve Rogers and Bucky and Sam. Let's get her on that level. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm all for that. So even though I don't necessarily care now, I'm gonna have the decency to watch the shows and the movies and give them a second chance. And I hope that movie's great. I do. And yeah.
Anything else you want to discuss, or are you good?
I think we're good. I think we're good. Blue Beetle looks great. Like I said, I'm just very happy with it all. And I think the last things that I would like to say is the Flash wrap filming. Congratulations to them. And B,
Yep.
uh, Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling, the stars of
Um. Yeah.
Smallville, are going to uh, pitch to Warner Brothers a Smallville animated series, and
I need
that's
it.
that's really really cool. And it's DC Fandom Day was the 20th anniversary of Smallville, and Smallville is also coming out on Blu-ray. I believe it may be already out. It's got a complete box set of all the episodes, and it's on Blu-ray now. And yeah, and also Superman. Words. Superman the animated series is also the complete series is out on Blu-ray as well. It's coming out
Yep.
within the next week or two. So yeah, if you want your fix of Superman, there you go. And yeah, so that's all I have to say.
Yeah,
Put
me too.
Robin in one of the Batman sequels, and
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
All right. Well, this has been great as always. But until next time, this has been another episode of Cape Time. See you, everybody.
Peace.